What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Power Play with CJ. To recap the deal between the Ottawa Senators and St. Louis Blues that sends a draft pick to St. Louis in exchange for behemoth goalie Ben Bishop, and what it means for both teams going forward. Craig Anderson, the Senators' #1 goalie, hurt his hand last week or a couple days ago, and kind of a fluke thing. So he needs to go out and acquire a goalie. Alex Sold really isn't the answer, and Robin Lehner, their young prospect, isn't really ready for full-time NHL duty, especially in the middle of a playoff push. But go out and get Bishop, who has has some time in the show on his resume. Has 13 games in the NHL, and so far with Peoria of the AHL has a .928 save percentage and a .226 goals against average. He's been stuck in the shuffle with both Halak and Elliott having great years in St. Louis. He's a big kid, 6'7", native of Denver, Colorado, and University of Maine product. Watch him play at Maine. He's pretty good up there. But looking forward with him, can he right the ship until thing gets healthy? Yeah. They're going to have two giant goalies. Old's a big guy himself. On the Ottawa Senators roster, and I look for him to play very well. I think he's been given for an opportunity to play consistently in the show that hasn't been there in St. Louis. So he, I think this is his opportunity. He's going to be a restricted free agent at the end of the year. Where he stands long term with Ottawa now, I don't know. I think that remains to be seen. I think Ottawa will let that play out, but Ottawa needs goaltending. They're almost last in the league in almost all goaltending categories, but are still very much in the thick of the playoff race. And Anderson hasn't been as bad as his statistics show. North Trophy frontrunner Erik Karlsson is great offensively, but his defensive game lacks the same skill level. And he's got some young defensemen playing in front of him, so that's part of it. They're really a young team that's really overachieving this year. I don't think anyone outside of the Senators locker room thought they'd be in a position to, not only make the playoffs, but make a long postseason run, which, given the skill of the players they have, they can definitely do. The Kyle Turris trade gives them, a center behind Spezza with some skill and offensive upside. And, I'm really excited, for Ottawa. Good to see them lose to the Bruins last night, excuse me. But, I'm pumped. They're a young and exciting team. I'm so glad that Heatley's out of there. I could not stand Danny Heatley. And, Mike Fisher, God bless him. I've been told I look like him, which I disagree with. I think I'm better looking, but he stole my girl, so I couldn't root for him for the Senators. Carrie Underwood was my biggest crush sophomore year of high school, but that's a different story entirely. I went to an all boys school, so kind of whatever. But hey, best of luck to Bishop. I think he's going to play very well in Ottawa, and the draft pick going back. They haven't announced what round it's going to be in. Second or third or fourth. Helps St. Louis acquire some more chips going forward, and this is. They didn't need him this year, and he gets to help Ottawa, so it's a win-win. I think both teams are going to be in the playoffs, and both teams can be very, very dangerous threats. Definitely to some of the top teams in each conference. So we'll see what happens. But that's it. This episode of the Power Play with CJ on the deal between St. Louis and Ottawa. Stay tuned for more episodes throughout the season. Later, guys.